Hey folks, we're back for a dungeon, and it's the Fractured Conundrum. Good. It's a good dungeon to do this stuff in. Oh, there's another black mage in here. That's funny. Alright. Okay. I'm just waiting for someone to stop doing the cutscene. They must be. Wait for it. Here we go. So I forgot in my video. I forgot in the guide. I forgot to mention the AOE rotation. So my bad. If you've watched that and you're like, ugh, where's the AOE rotation? It's here. I'm sorry. I already apologize for that. Now that was the one thing I forgot. I'm like going back and editing already. And I'm like, I forgot the AOE rotation, didn't I? Yes, I did. All right. So the AOE rotation. I wonder if we're gonna get to show it off here. We should be able to. Let's see. Yeah. It's a warrior tank. AOE rotation it's actually kind of simple. So step 1, spam fire until 3 stacks or low on mana. So get the 3 stacks here. Let's say got enough mana, not enough mana to spam fire. Fire 2. Excuse me. Drop a flare because that's all of your mana. Switch that. Now what I usually do, and I've seen differences, is I usually Blizzard 3 long cast time, obviously, but it gives me more mana to do more AoE damage. So then I do Fire. Now Fire 2 only grants a stack, so you have to spam it 3 times. 4, and then fire off a flare. Now there is another part of the AoE rotation that you can technically do, and I like to do it when there's a lot of mobs, is you hit convert, and then you swift cast, and then you flare again, and that does, you can get 2 flares in 1 AoE rotation every time swift cast and convert is up, which is pretty good. And obviously convert takes health for mana, as we said in the guide. Otherwise, yes. So yeah, I don't know how, I don't see very many black mages do that. I read it somewhere, and I'm like, oh, that's actually a good idea. It's great for mages black mages have great AoE damage. I've also heard summoners too, but I don't have the summoner because I'm like, ooh, dots, ew. Yeah, that's another thing I shouldn't. Another thing you should do is you can get more fire 2s off. Is if you let it just let it go first. So, flare's ready. Drop flare. Switch to ice. Do it again. Again, don't do what I'm doing. I'm doing what I used to do, and I'm trying to learn how to do it a little bit better. Is you just go 3 stacks and up. And now there's 1 target left. You switch to fire. So most trash. I tried to get the Blizzard 3 off so I have full mana, but most trash I don't usually use my cooldowns unless the tank's like, I'm pulling everything. Then I'm like, cooldowns for days. That will just go off. I thought I put you on. Anyways. Alright, first boss. So, explain the opener. Go ham from it. Oh, I don't have Colon Strikes because, I'm lazy. So, I picked that up already. And I'm already fucking up. Okay, and then get Blizzard. Why am I doing that? I don't know. Whatever. So, pop the cooldown. I've just wasted all of my mana trying to do that. Be sure to dodge. Comes. Always move a little bit early, and I'm already messing up. So it's like, oh, I'm looking terrible. So I'm just gonna. Do that. And now commence the actual burn, but shit. Fucked up there. Come on, Firestarter. Yes. However, see how my buff there is getting a little low. Switch to it. Oh, I might have to. This could be close. Oh, I got it. Thank you, lag. And then switch back to fire. So you kind of got to weave in and out of frost and fire to do this kind of thing. So, I usually get about 2 off, and then I fire off a fire 1. Yeah, Now, you see here, the buff is about to fall off, but it is off cooldown, so I just use it again, and I'm out of fire, because I'm stupid. So I'm going to switch back to Frost and get my Ice back, get my mana back. Ice regenerates mana, fire, you lose absolutely no mana. You gain no mana, but you burn all your mana. I guess I could consider it as a burn and fire face. Ow. That's another thing when you want sure cast. Also, don't stand in that. And I think one more time. Now, sometimes you can do this. I'm ignoring Thunder for several reasons. Because one, I can't keep it up because I'm trying to talk. And two, it's going to be dumb. This. And just, you know, go full on ham. My buff's going to fall off and there's nothing I can do about it. It's okay. Because I'm going to be low on mana anyways. So. Damn. This fight, I forgot how much this boss sucks for casters. There you go. And boss is dead. So yeah, don't do it like that. The next boss, I'll probably do better. Because this boss I always struggle on is my Black Mage. Every time. Just about. Just about every time. Like that boss is got a lot of movement. And in this game, you really do want to think ahead. So if you look at your little buff there, it's like, oh, it's about to fall off. Oh no, catch it quickly. Comes another good AoE fight here. So just spam fire too. My tank is gonna be going a bit ham here. So let's get our mana back. So again, ice regens mana. Fire, you regen absolutely no mana but deal monster damage. So you just now this might be a good time to pop some cooldowns here. So fucking tank doesn't explode. So I'm actually going to use some cooldowns there because this is like monster trash. So that's another thing I was going to do. I'm going to do that too early because I'm slow in the head. Alright, so this time I'm going to do this. Going to swift cast convert. It's a lot of trash, a lot of damage, so probably could use a cooldown or two. That guy died. And just keep AoEing. Do very simple stuff. Your AoE is just fire 3 and flare, and then switch to blizzard. And I really don't use freeze as my AoE for blizzard. Trash with that. So most of the time it's just the hell was that? Oh, no, I know what that was. So again, I usually AoE 3 or more targets. Yeah, otherwise that's about it for your AoE. Single target rotation, obviously. I explained in the guide. It's make sure you keep your buffs up. Use fire 4 when you can. If not, use fire instead. I didn't use flare, my bad. Oh well. I didn't use flare. Flare is pretty good. When it comes down to like 2 or less, I usually switch to a single target rotation. 2 or less targets really doesn't. 2 targets doesn't mean much, so. Just, full mana, switch back to fire. Once you're full mana, switch back. Usually you switch back at full mana unless there's something that needs to be bursted down. You gotta switch real quick and then you switch. So then, this I don't usually, AoE here because, this Flawless Chimera needs to, go. So, you kill it with fire. I don't usually use cooldown, so. Now, sometimes I'll cast, even though I have enough mana to cast a fire or a fire 2, I will not, because it will make my mana too low, and A, I won't be able to cast Flare, or B, I'm just, you know, out of mana. So like this I can. Ow, I stood in fire. Ugh. There we go. Yeah, he should die. Gen mana. It's always important to have full mana before a pull on a boss fight, and there's one thing, is because if you don't have all your mana, then, you know. Dies. Boop. So, you know. When you're switching between ice and fire, like I said, Blizzard for switching back, or switching to fire, switching from fire to ice, use Blizzard 3, and switching if you can. If you can't, that's where Transpose comes into play. Is you can switch, and then you can get your third stack and go crazy. So, yeah. All right. So again, swift cast, Thunder 3. About this ability. Just go crazy. So out of mana, Blizzard 3, switch back, gain mana. You know, I always use Blizzard 4 before I switch out. So, and plus he's doing an ability where he's going to charge, knock us back, and charge into us, which will cause us, you know, not to be able to cast because it's going to knock us out. So does that. Make sure you're behind him because it's important. Behind this guy. So, say I cast one more, right? Buff's getting a little low there. Use this. Use Blizzard. Yeah. So, you know. So my ice fell off there. Means I'm losing some. So I'm gonna click on the thing. Okay, good. So I got Thundercloud there finally. So that procced, right? So my buff's about to fall off, but that's okay because it's off cooldown here. So I just use it again. I don't let Fire 3 ever, or the fire stacks ever fall off. It's bad. It's bad for your health. Use Thundercloud on cooldown basically. And if it does get close to falling off, and you're not going to get it back, that's where you can kind of use Surecast to come into play there and keep the stacks rolling, because it increases your chance of getting up. And it gives you 100% chance on a fire fire 3 proc that will instantly give us our stacks back. And I'm actually pulling aggro because I forgot an ability that's very helpful, and I'll explain that after this fight. So you know, that's not good. Shit, fucked up. I'm gonna lose the buff. Oh wait, hold on. No, I'm not. I forgot. Yeah, there we go. Kept the buff alive. Keeping the dream alive. So yeah, don't let the buff fall off. It's a lot of good damage. Now, I usually do let it fall off when it's off cooldown, or its cooldown is good. And so when its cooldown is pretty much, you know, fall off, but I'm gonna get my last one off. Use my fire starter proc. This guy with some ice. No. Drop. Couple of these off. Kill the boss. GG. So yeah, that's a way better rotation there. Tank apparently died. No wonder I was pulling aggro. I never saw the tank die. So when you guys are like, whoa, tank died and you're still going ham, I never saw the tank die. I promise you that. So a little thing I want to go over here is, while I'm walking to the trash, is, well, I forgot about this, is your cross-class abilities you want as a black mage. You obviously want Raging Strikes. You don't really need Hawk's Eye. And then Quilling Strikes, because it reduces our hate generation. So yeah, as a black mage, you are going to pull aggro sometimes, especially when you outgear the tank by a mile. But I personally don't outgear this tank by a mile, so I'm actually pretty undergeared. I think I'm only like 186, and I think this tank's probably like fucking something ridiculous. Like I should get 190 soon. I've just been casually gearing my character up by, you know, getting my my weekly cap and all that. So there you go, again, just using fire right off the bat. So you get probably more fire 3s out of it, but you know, whatever. And this trash is very weak, so like one flare will probably kill it all. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Well, 2 flares, technically speaking, because of the other black mage, but most dungeons I get are usually like melee range kind of thing. So, you know, that stuff. So yeah, AoE again is just fire. I don't know why that's always delayed for me. It's always, make sure you use your fire 2. Low on mana, use a flare, drops all your mana. Switch to transpose to ice. I usually cast a Blizzard 3, so I have full mana when I want to AoE again. I don't know if it's more damage, it's just what I've always kind of done, and it seems like good damage. I don't use like a parse because I heard they're not technically supposed to be used, so I don't use one. I thought about it, but I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble. You know, I don't know how strict Square Enix on it. Like some people say, as long as you're not like you fucking suck ass with it, but hey, you know what, whatever. Otherwise, yeah. Just single target this guy down now because he's alone. Because rest in peace. Two little guys are like, eh. So again, I mainly use the level 50 rotation, as I call it, at like single target trash or nothing like. I never really cast Fire 4 on trash or anything like that. I don't see a need to. It dies so fast. It's not even funny. So it's just, you know, I don't consider it a waste or anything, but you know, that healer just like slid. He's like, nope. Oh, excuse me. That's me burping. I'm sorry. So, you know. I don't know why. I gotta not do that. Like, I gotta remember just to cast Fire 2 at the start of the AoE rotation and then Flare when I'm low on mana. So, you know. So yeah, he's doing the same thing here. So, you know, he just goes Convert. I'm gonna use Swift Cast. Gets that one off faster. And he was by himself, so I wasted that. Also, I guess I forgot to mention, Flare 3 also grants a third stack of 3 stacks of our fire, but you know, doesn't really matter. So yeah, so basically, this next boss is pretty easy, so don't worry about that. Well, these dungeons, oh wow. These dungeons aren't too bad. So yeah, so here's my gear. Like, I'm only 186. You know, I probably should have showed off my gear, but whatever. Oh, really? Wow. Doing pretty good. So. Okay, sorry, I was stretching. Alright. So instant cast Blizzard 3. I like to drop the lines, then cast a Blizzard. Nope, not that. Do this. Got these Raging Strikes. Do this. Oh shit. So like basically like I'm gonna lose the buff here clearly, so I'm like, I'll just drop one of these and drop one of these. And then so if I am able to use Fire 4 on the target there, I will one-shot it. So I try and get Fire 4 off on that thing. I could move back into my ring now. It's gone, never mind. Don't mind my ring. Again, so you know, low on mana, Blizzard 4. I usually try and get 2 off. It seems I'm able to do it. I used to be able to get 1 off when first hit level 60. If you're like a fresh level 60, you're only going to be able to get 1 off, so you weave in between Fire 4 and Fire. You'll get low on mana, something like this. You know, just out of mana, you just switch back. I don't think I'm going to... never mind, the buff will be fine. Nope. So then you switch back. On the cooldown again, I'm going to actually use Swift Cast on Blizzard Thunder, because I'm not getting Thundercloud procs, which kind of sucks, but yeah, it's okay. Again with this, zoom out a little bit. Yeah, zoom out so you see when the ads come. And sometimes the ads will catch me when I'm in my, need to refresh stage. Switch to this guy. Just drop Blizzard on him. Refresh my stack. Hit him with the fire. Instead, switch back. I'm going to use a free fire cast here. Or fire. And then I'm going to use fire 4. And this is going to... I'm going to run out of mana, so I can't cast another one. I should just switch. Cast Blizzard. Ley Lines is off cooldown. Use it. Go back to fire. And this one, for sure, you can get 2 off. Maybe 3, but I don't risk it because I don't want to lose the buff. And now fire is about to fall off. The little special proc, so I'm going to switch to that. Let my mana come back. Mana didn't come back. Damn it. You usually want full mana, but you can be low on low mana and doesn't let my mana come back. Okay. I'll pop a cooldown here. Now this is what I mean. So use fire. Okay, basically one shot, but okay, never mind. So I basically one-shotted it. Now low on mana. Go back to ice. Don't get knocked back into that. That's bad. That hurts. That guy's going to use the thing. That's fine. He can use it. So got my mana back. Switch to that. Didn't do anything. What happened? Use fire. Fire's about to fall off. Yeah, no thundercloud. Just use swift cast just in case if you can't get it. Yeah, swift cast. Sometimes I use swift cast on Blizzard 4. So my buff's about to fall off. It's going to fall off. I'm going to actually just let it fall off. End of the fight, pretty much. Nothing I can do about it. Plus, I got to go into my conservative phase, my rebuild mana phase, and that's it. That's basically it for the Black Mage there. Very easy. I hope that helped people that are just so confused and stuff. There's 3 pieces of loot. Did I not pass on them? Oh, I didn't pass on the monk gear. Whoops. And so yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Very smooth dungeon run with me in it, as per usual. If you guys enjoyed that, please make sure you like and comment on anything I fucked up. Point it out. Be like, everything's fine or whatever. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this, please let me know what class you want to see next. Either I can do anything really. Just let me know. Thanks. See you.